to another episode of Beyond the Dream. I'm your host, Casey.
I'm Sean.
And today we want to let you guys know, because of Black History Month celebration, that Black lives always matter and will always matter. So, with that being said, you guys need to understand that we're not going nowhere. Black lives matter.
Okay.
Because
That's true.
people are under the impression, with all the crazy that's going on, that people want to actually start moving back to Africa or something. Well, first of all of us didn't come from Africa. Okay, just know that. Some of us came from by way of Africa, and some of us were already here, like our ancestors. My ancestors are Native American and Black, and so are his. So we ain't going nowhere. All right.
The way I feel, everything is by design, folks. So
Yeah.
you just got to learn how to wiggle around or maneuver around. We all know that from day one, it wasn't meant for us to be at a certain spot. So with that being said, we have to figure out ways of going around.
Well, I think we don't need to find a way to maneuver. We need to make a stand and take our own stand, our own place, and get things done for us, by us.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that old, clothing line called FUBU?
Mm-hmm.
For us, by us?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think they sold out. But either way, it was a good idea at the time.
Cross colors,
should have stuck with it.
FUBU. The bottom line is we're about to head into the next thing. We have to create.
Yes.
We are the biggest consumers out there. We set the trend
Yes.
for everything.
For everything.
We need to start making
From
our
head
own.
to toe.
And
Literally, from head to toe.
yeah, from
Hair.
head to toe. Yeah.
We missed out on the hair product thing. People are getting into it now, and I applaud you guys because, it took long enough, but that should have been our industry
Years
ago.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Once again, by design.
Yeah.
Everything's by design.
We keep giving people our stuff. You know what I'm saying? Our net worth based on things that we are not actually grasping, and we just say, oh well, as long as I look fly, as long as my hair is done, as long as my shoes are red bottoms, whatever the case for you, whatever your Jordans and all that, man, it's such a small picture compared to the vastness of what we could actually achieve together in ownership.
Yeah, but once again, it's brainwashing, and it started from day one. So with that being said, we need to get off the freaking brainwashing machine, which is the television and
Yes.
the internet and so on and so on, and start building and start creating and start spending our money with our people.
Unless you're on that machine, the
Unless
computer,
you own it, of which you don't own it.
Yeah, but if you're on the computer learning something,
Right.
how to own something, or if you're on there actually building something. People are building businesses, a lot of businesses last year and this year.
Yeah.
So far, they're doing great on that, and I applaud that. More Black people are aware of stocks.
That's true.
That's amazing to me.
Yeah.
I'm just happy that, it's finally pointing up, but are we too late? That's the question.
Yeah, I agree, but the bottom line, just like with FB, which is Facebook, and other social media outlets, there's a thing of control. They still want to control us.
Right.
We've got to start to have our own, so we cannot be controlled.
Well, that's one of those things that you have to work on. It's not something that we have to just say. We have to do it. So if you guys are out there doing something for the Black community to help build businesses, please get in touch with us, because I would love to let people know about you. If you have a business that can help people make some money, let us know about it, because I would love to help people like you help other people. That's what it's all about. No more crabs in the barrel. You each one teach one. We have to help each other if we want to get out of this crap.
I agree.
It's just what it is. And people are selfish. People are like, I got mine, you get yours. We can't have that attitude anymore. We can't. It has messed us up for too many years.
Years, yeah.
Too many decades. So let's get on the right track for 2021 and start helping one another build. That's what I'm hoping for this year. That's what if I were to do resolutions,
Mhm.
that would be my resolution. To
Yeah.
help people
Build.
build and to help us build. You know, you got to have multiple streams. I mean, how many of you have heard that? Everyone has heard that by now.
And also, folks, take advantage of this technology. You know, you can research different things, you can read a book,
Take
but
classes.
everything is there. Take advantage of it.
Yeah, it's
You
out
know?
there.
It's out there.
Out there for the taking, and for people who are the young people, I think they're doing it.
You know what? That's 50-50 because the bottom
Yeah,
line is
you're right.
the research. I mean, the technology is there in order to research, but on the other hand, it's making our young folks lazy.
Right. 'Cause
So.
you remember we talk about, gosh, we used to actually go to the library.
Yeah, I had to look up the
find out
index
some
cards
stuff.
and
Yeah,
all that. Oh my God!
encyclopedia,
Now it's right there in
Britannica.
front of you, and they choose not to even.
and they don't even use it.
Yeah.
It's like genius at their fingertips, and
Yeah.
they're like, duh.
They'd rather play games, right?
They rather play games. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I mean, and you hope, well, at least if they're playing games, maybe they'll one day aspire to be a programmer or a computer. No, they just want to play games. They want to be gamers.
Yeah, that's the actual.
It's a
Career
job.
now.
It's a career. I think you can even get a degree on it.
Yeah, isn't that like some of the wrong message?
I think so. But you know what? To each his own. Teach your kids how to make some money if they're going to be on the computer that many hours.
Okay.
Per day.
12 hours a day.
Exactly.
Woo.
Teach them how to do some trading.
Or something.
You know, that's the ticket right there. If they
Right.
want to be lazy, teach them how to do some day trading.
Yeah. Or how to build their own software or coding or something.
Yes.
Or their own game.
Yes, definitely their own game. So, that's what we're working on. I hope you guys are working towards something for the future, because the future is in their hands, and pretty much it's looking kind of bleak if I have to put it in the kids today, because I can't believe the laziness. It's just overwhelming.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to work on that. So why don't you work on that too? Help us out. Help us out. So we're gonna. I want to talk about what, like you said, everything is by design. It really is.
Yeah.
So we know, history has shown us
It repeats itself.
that
And
if you don't know it,
Yeah.
it will repeat itself.
yeah.
If you want to keep a person down, they say just
Put it in the book.
put it in a book, and they won't pick it up. They won't know it. They won't
Yeah.
know what to do next.
That's
So
true.
we're hoping that's not true for our people. People, we need to read more. We need to look things up. Fact check some stuff.
Powernomics.
Oh, definitely. Power.
Read it, everybody.
Claude Anderson.
Please.
He's the man. He's
The
the
young
man with the plan.
generation, that should be like the first book they read. Powernomics.
Yes. Speaking of books, they're taking out certain books out of the school now. Like
Really?
To Kill a Mockingbird. Now, I don't know. Some people are like, good. They need to get rid of that old Negro book. And some people are like, that's a history, lesson. That should be in every school. There's pros and cons with that. I think that we could find more positive books to let the kids read in school. Things that won't bring them down, but things that might inspire them. There's other books out there that will make a kid feel good and proud, and not make them down and depressed and feel like, dang, all these, we happen to have kids that go to schools with majority of white kids.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine when they're reading certain books, how do they feel? There was this one about a kid from Flint, of all places, and it was an old book, but it was so depressing and down, and this kid was, he was like a poor black kid, and I just was like, what's up with that? They act like they ain't no poor white kids. There's plenty of them.
Okay.
Read a book about something that is going to inspire.
Right.
And that, if you have black kids, give them black books. Give them things, even if you're mixed. At the end of the day, the kid is still black. If it's mixed with a black person and a white person, you have black kids, just so you know.
Ooh.
And that's what they need to teach them, black facts.
Yeah.
Speaking of black facts,
Mm-hmm.
all right, So I want to talk about some black facts. These are just 3 things that I want to bring up that I think that a lot of people may not know. Maybe you know, maybe you don't. So the real Betty Boop. She was a black woman, and her name was Esther Jones. But her character was so awesome and so big and full of life that someone actually stole it.
Mm.
And to this day, that character is still portrayed by a white woman or a white caricature. Also, we have 2. Did you know that 1 in every 4 cowboys were black? A lot of people don't know that. You watch westerns, you don't see it too much. There was supposed to be some westerns coming out that talked about that.
No black cowboys?
Yeah, some black cowboys, but didn't happen.
Maybe
Maybe
why?
2020. 2020
okay.
screwed that up. Maybe it'll come back. But you can Google the stories about the black cowboys. There was one named Bass Reeves, and these were positive images, just so you know. One was like a mayor, and they have, you know, other ones that are very positive, iconic people. So Bill Pickett and Bob Lemons. So if you can, Google that. I usually say Google that, beep, but I'm just say Google it. All right, so the next one I want to talk about, number 3, is the first African American female air pilot. Her name was Bessie Coleman, and she flew across the oceans in the year 1920. Yet,
We gave Amelia
Earhart.
Yeah.
She gets credit as the first flight woman pilot, but she didn't fly until 1932. How does that even work? You know, they make it different by saying she was the first African American female. How about just say she was the first female? Why can't they just do that?
Yeah, you're right.
You know, this is what I'm saying. These twisted
Everything
facts.
is what?
By design. These twisted facts is something else. You guys, learn something about our people. Learn something new every day.
Learn your history. It's
Yeah.
right. It's all right there. Learn your history.
Might not be that easy.
Huh?
It might not be
Well,
that
they're
easy.
making it difficult now.
Yeah,
They
but
end up-
it's there. You
Yeah, it's
can
there.
you can research. So hopefully you guys find out some stuff, some black facts, and just kind of teach your kids about them.
And don't leave it up to the school system
Never
to
know.
teach your kids, because you know, Elon Musk, his kids don't even go to school.
Okay.
He sends them to a place where they can become entrepreneurs.
Yes,
and things of that
entrepreneurial
nature.
school.
So the thing is, he start them off very early. They were not
So
in
the school system
government
that
system
we have,
of the school.
it does not work for, especially not for our kids. We need a different system, I think. I think that, you know, you get what you get sometimes, and you have to just deal with that. But if we had black creators and not just black consumers, then we might have some choices. You know, we need more choices.
Right.
That's what we could do for each other, make more choices. So I want to talk about the race wars.
Ooh.
So people are still, you know, on this black-white stuff. Now, I'm a pro-black person. That does not mean I am anti-white, not in the least. I have many white friends, and I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with white people or other people that have a problem with us. That's the issue. You know, if we could just do things, if equality was real, if that was a real thing, and
There's no such thing.
if people could just be honest and come to a table and talk about things and really get down to why things are the way they are, I think that we could all come to a good mindset and say, really, what is race anyway? We all came from one place, started out in the continent of Africa,
Right.
and spread out from there. So really, are we different races? Not really, because the race is not the color of your skin. And people are so ignorant, that's how they judge race. So they're looking at pigmentation saying, oh, well, that person's black, that person is white, when really it's just where you live. That's how you get your pigmentation. You know, so people, we got to get to this next level of common sense.
Open your mind, basically. You know, there is a such thing that, you know, divide and conquer. I'm quite sure everybody knows about divide and conquer. But 1% of the population owns 40% of the wealth. So with that being said, everything that you see, once again, goes back to everything's by design.
The elite.
They want certain ethnic groups to fight.
Yes.
So basically that takes your mind off of what's really going on.
Yeah, distractions.
You know, it's economics. Once you learn about economics, the better off you will be.
Yeah.
Sports, other venues that you see on television, it's all distractions of
Yes.
what's really going on.
Yes. And honestly, economics books will teach you about the solutions. Some stuff, you know, I have to admit, you look at some of these rich, wealthy people, celebrities, their mindset, as they've gotten, I guess, older and more mature, and maybe been schooled by other people, their mindset is different.
Yeah.
They're not groveling at the bottom. I'll use Jay-Z. I'll use Jay-Z.
But I'm gonna go ahead and say with Jay-Z. Jay-Z, as far as I'm concerned, he's a good businessman, but the bottom line, he's a puppet on the string.
Well, who isn't?
You know, when you get to a certain level, you're still being controlled until they finish with you.
Well, that's why we
Yeah.
always have to go back to creator versus consumer.
Right.
Because at some point, our millionaires are puppets.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Especially the black ones. Because there's not many of us that got there without the help of someone else. I'll just say it that way. And the sooner we learn these economic lessons and learn how to have our own, build our own, then we don't have to depend on someone else pulling those strings. You know,
Amen.
we can pull our own strings.
Okay.
And maybe have some other people under us for a change, you know. I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I'm not trying to enslave anyone. But I would like to have my own business where I'm the boss and other people under me, you know, who wouldn't. So that's just what we're striving for. We're still at the basis, at the baseline. You know, even if you're a millionaire, you're not where the Procter and Gamble,
billionaires.
the billionaire
There's the
club,
millionaires and
the
there's the
Rockefellers.
billionaires.
Yeah, it's a whole different
Whole
level.
different
baby.
level.
Whole different level. So
the billionaires don't want to be seen. The millionaires are like
trying to be all in the
all
in the
in the mix.
So just
So those are the puppets.
you know where you are.
Yeah.
Help the others. If you're at that level, help the ones below you. If you're not at that level, learn something. Understand where you are so you can get out of it.
Ooh.
That's what we want to do.
Exactly.
All right, so with that being said, we're going to find some solutions. If you have some to share, please send them our way. The number, information, address will be here for you to contact us. And we are looking forward to it because I'm ready. You ready?
I'm ready for a reset.
Let's get that reset.
People of color all become rich.
Woo! That sounds
Okay.
beautiful.
Holla.
Holla. All right, you guys. So we want to thank you again for watching another show, and we appreciate you. Please stay in touch with us, and thanks again. Always live beyond the dream. Bye.